Welcome to ESI Africa Insights. For this episode, I'm speaking with Princess Mthombeni, who is the founder of Africa4Nuclear. Welcome, Princess.
Thank you so much, Nicolette. It's lovely to be here.
So we're going to be talking about nuclear energy. And I just want to state that it's so easy to say, yes, nuclear energy is going to be within the energy mix of a country, but it's really complicated. It's not an easy thing to bring into fruition. And you need unique skills. There's regulatory frameworks that you need to cover. And in Africa, beyond South Africa and Egypt, there's no other country that has yet been able to get to the point of having nuclear power in their energy mix. So in your mind, who do you think would be the next country in Africa to bring that to fruition?
Actually, Africa is the next frontier when it comes to nuclear energy investors and technology vendors. There are quite a few countries like Ghana. Ghana has signed a agreement with US and Japan to cooperate in terms of maybe skills development, but it's mostly focused on small modular reactors. And they are well in advance. They even issued out the request for proposals. The next one is Morocco, which also operates the research reactor. They've also signed a memorandum of understanding with Russians Rosatom. Another one that is next is definitely Uganda, which has even identified the site to build their nuclear power plant and have signed a cooperation agreement with both China and Russia. And the last one would be Rwanda, which, if things goes well, they will be ready by 2030 because they have also signed agreements with countries like Russia, and they are going to start by building a center for science, nuclear science and technology. Yeah, so there are countries that are quite ready.
So these countries are doing something different, correct? What is it that they are putting in place to be on your radar as countries that will have nuclear energy?
They are not talking, they're doers. They stopped talking and started preparing for what they are, for what they envision in their future energy mix. So yeah, it's just that they have collaborated. They've worked with the International Atomic Energy Agency in terms of putting the regulatory frameworks in place, and they are also really they've contacted different vendor technologies to check what can be suitable for their needs, energy needs.
Let's talk a little bit about uranium. There's 18% of the world's uranium that comes from Niger, South Africa, and Namibia. And would you see this becoming a feasible export market for the African continent?
It's already happening. Africa is already exporting uranium to other countries. And in terms of uranium, steps that need to happen before you have your uranium fuel that you can put in a nuclear power plant, there are quite a few steps, including the processing, turning the uranium into a yellow cake, and enrichment, fuel fabrication, which is not happening here in Africa. But the processing of uranium from the mine and turning it into a yellow cake is already happening. So what needs to happen then for these countries to eventually maybe reach the stage where they are doing their own fuel fabrication is to really do quite a lot of things, which include collaborating with those few countries that are already doing it, such as the West, Europeans, or even Americans. And then also the Russians. By the way, Americans have long been getting their fuel from Russia, which now is not going to happen because we saw Biden announcing that they will now do their own fuel fabrication, so that just to reduce the dependency on Russian. But also, yeah, it will take collaborations with those countries in terms of skills development, technology development, but also we need infrastructure, Nicole. We can't do it without investing in infrastructure development. And we need political will, and we also need investment, capital investment. Quite a lot of things.
So there's definitely developments on the way. And talking about developments, my last question to you is about small modular reactors. What is your opinion on that particular technology?
You know that small modular reactors, they have a potential to turn things around when it comes to the nuclear space because they bring a lot of advantages, including like they come at a smaller scale. You can build your SMR anywhere in the world and ship it to another country. But also in terms of capital, investment, you need at least lower capital compared to the conventional nuclear power plants. And also they reduce the risk of proliferation, which obviously opportunities to make nuclear bombs. But yeah, they come with safety features that really bring a lot in the future. But also the important about SMR is that you can put them anywhere, including those countries that have small grids and which are landlocked and don't have coastal areas. So they're really going to change things around.
I think that is a perfect fit for the African continent, that you can sit a small modular reactor in any position.
It is. It definitely is, because if you look at countries like, if you look at South Africa, for instance, we need to decommission some of the coal power plants in Mpumalanga, and Mpumalanga is just landlocked. There's no river, or there's not even an ocean in Mpumalanga. So if we were to retrofit those coal power plants that are being decommissioned with small modular reactors, it would bring a lot of benefits, including keeping the economic activities in Mpumalanga going, unlike what happened when they retrofitted Komati with renewables.
Thank you so much, Princess, for sharing that.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
And thank you for watching. Tune in for the next video and have a powerful day.